AITAH, for exposing my sister's secret affair with my husband and revealing her pregnancy right before she walked down the aisle in front of the whole family during her wedding. I never imagined a simple wedding invite could turn my life into a living nightmare. My sister Lauren and I, we were never best friends, but we were blood, grew up under the same roof, ate at the same table, fought over clothes, and cried over boys together. We had our differences, especially after high school, but I never saw this betrayal coming. I'm 28, married for 4 years to Tyler, 30. He's always been calm, kind, supportive, not the romantic type, but stable. We've had our ups and downs, but who doesn't? My sister Lauren, 26, the star of the family, pretty, ambitious, always getting everything handed to her, was marrying Jason, her longtime boyfriend. The family had been gushing over the wedding for months. I only agreed to attend because our parents kept pushing. And honestly, I wanted to be the bigger person. Tyler was reluctant too, said he wasn't close to her. But we both went. The rehearsal dinner was elegant, overly fancy, and full of fake smiles. People clinked glasses. Lauren floated around in her designer dress like she was royalty. I noticed Tyler barely touched his food. He kept checking his phone. I chalked it up to work. When it was over, I stepped outside for some air. The stress, the wine, the noise, it was too much. I stood on the patio, looking at the string lights and breathing in the cool night air. That's when I heard heels behind me. It was Lauren. Her mascara was already smudging. She smelled like champagne and nerves. She said, "Can we talk?" I was already tired, but I said sure. Then she started crying. "I didn't mean for this to happen," she said. It just did. I didn't know how to stop it. I had no clue what she was talking about. I figured maybe cold feet, until she said the words that made my heart drop. "Tyler, your husband. It started a few months ago. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I'm pregnant, and it's his." At first, I just stared at her. No reaction. Nothing. Like my brain refused to process it. I even asked, "What did you just say?" And she said it again. Slower this time. She was crying harder, saying she didn't mean for me to find out like this, that she was going to tell me after the wedding. After the wedding, I felt like I couldn't breathe. The woman I grew up with slept with my husband, and now she was marrying another man while carrying my husband's baby. I left her standing there. I didn't scream. I didn't cry. I walked past the tables, past my husband who was laughing with her fiancé. I got in the car and drove. Tyler texted, asked where I went, said I was being rude. I didn't reply. I sat in a 24-hour diner all night, drinking coffee and replaying her words like a broken record. I didn't go home. I didn't sleep. By sunrise, I knew exactly what I had to do. Morning came like a slap to the face. I hadn't slept a minute. I was still in my car, parked in a random diner parking lot with 2 empty coffee cups and a pounding heart. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw Lauren's face, her tears, her trembling voice. "It started months ago. I didn't want to ruin your life. I'm pregnant." I felt sick. I stared at my wedding ring. 4 years of marriage, just thrown away, not by a stranger, not by some random affair, but by my sister. I had questions, so many questions. Did it start at that family barbecue Tyler missed? Was it during the holidays when Lauren stayed at our place for a few days? Did my parents know? Did anyone know? But the biggest question was this: what was I going to do? I had 2 choices. 1, walk away quietly, divorce Tyler, never speak to Lauren again, and carry the pain forever. 2, or let the world see the truth the same way I did, raw, messy, and unforgettable. I chose option 2. I went home around 6 a.m. Tyler was sleeping on the couch. He got up when I walked in. "Where the hell were you? I called you like 10 times. I didn't say a word. I just stared at him. This man I trusted, this man who made vows to me in front of our families, and I saw someone else, a coward. A liar, a man who slept with my sister and pretended nothing happened." He walked closer and said, "Seriously, what's going on with you?" I stepped back. "Don't touch me," I said coldly. He looked confused. "What are you talking about?" I tilted my head. "You really want to play dumb right now? Lauren, the baby, ring a bell?" His face turned white. That was the moment I knew. No denial, no anger, just guilt. "She told you," he said, almost whispering. That was all I needed. I didn't scream. I didn't cry. I just nodded slowly and walked past him into the bedroom. I packed my overnight bag, grabbed my dress for the wedding, and left. I arrived at the wedding venue early. Too early. I sat in the car, watching the decorators hang flowers and fluff ribbons, wondering how I got here. But then I saw Lauren arrive. She looked glowing, pregnant glowing. I couldn't believe she had the nerve to walk around smiling, knowing what she had done. That's when I made my decision. I'm going to do it during the vows. Right when the priest says, Speak now or forever hold your peace. I was going to stand up and let the truth explode. I wasn't going to scream. I wasn't going to cry. I was going to speak calmly, like someone who'd already died on the inside. Let her new in-laws hear it. Let Jason, the man she was about to marry, hear it. Let them all hear it. The chapel was decorated like a magazine spread. White roses everywhere. Twinkling lights, soft piano music playing from the speakers. You'd think it was the perfect setting for love. But for me, it was a war zone. Every smile looked fake. Every laugh sounded hollow. I couldn't stop scanning faces, wondering, who knows? Who helped cover this up? I took my seat in the second row, not in the bridal party. I had declined that invitation weeks ago. Thank God. My parents were beaming with pride. Mom wiped tears from her eyes. Dad was busy chatting with the groom's family. Tyler? He wasn't there. I didn't know if he would show up. He texted me once. Please don't do anything crazy. We'll talk later. I didn't reply. At exactly 3:00 p.m., the ceremony began. Jason stood at the altar, smiling like a fool. He looked nervous, excited. He had no idea the woman he was about to marry had betrayed not just him, but me, his future sister-in-law, with my husband. The doors opened. Lauren walked in, and I swear, for a split second, our eyes locked. Her smile faltered. Just a bit. She knew I was going to do something, but she didn't know what. She wore white, of course, and cradled her tiny bump like it was the product of pure love. It made me sick. She walked down the aisle. Jason watched her with tears in his eyes. My mom sniffled. People whispered how gorgeous she looked. The priest welcomed everyone and began the ceremony. We are gathered here today to celebrate the love of Lauren and Jason. Blah, blah, blah. I barely heard it. My heart was thudding. My palms were sweaty. Then it came, the moment I was waiting for. If anyone here has reason why these two should not be joined in holy matrimony, speak now or forever hold your peace. Silence. 1 beat, 2, and then I stood up. People gasped. I heard someone behind me mutter, "What the hell?" The priest blinked. "Yes, ma'am?" Lauren's eyes widened. Jason looked confused. I cleared my throat. "I'm sorry to interrupt, but I can't let this happen. Lauren is pregnant, but not with Jason's child. The father is Tyler, my husband." The entire chapel fell silent. And then, chaos. You could have heard a pin drop. The silence after my words was paralyzing. Everyone just stared at me, frozen, like they didn't understand English. Jason was the first to speak. "What did you just say?" I repeated it, this time slower, clearer. "Lauren is pregnant with my husband's child. She's been having an affair with Tyler for months." His smile disappeared like it was never there. Lauren took a sharp breath. No, she's lying. She's having a breakdown or something. But her voice cracked. Her hands were trembling. Jason turned toward her. "Is it true? Lauren, is it true?" She opened her mouth. Nothing came out. That was answer enough. Jason took a step back, like she had physically slapped him. "Jesus Christ." Someone in the back gasped loudly. My mother stood up, her face pale. "What is going on? Is this some kind of sick joke?" I looked right at her. "Ask your favorite daughter, Mom. I'm sure she'll tell you everything." Lauren started sobbing. Loud, messy, embarrassing. The priest tried to say something, but Jason raised his hand. "No, I want answers, right now." And then, the door burst open. Tyler. He walked in, looking like hell. Eyes bloodshot, shirt wrinkled, clearly hadn't slept either. He looked straight at me, then at Jason, then at Lauren. Jason turned to him. "Tyler, is it true? You slept with her?" Tyler opened his mouth and nodded. One tiny broken nod. That was it. Jason snapped. He charged forward, fists clenched, and shoved Tyler so hard he hit a row of chairs. People screamed. Someone yelled, "Call security!" Others got up and rushed to separate them. Lauren fell to her knees, crying and begging Jason to listen. Tyler wiped blood from his lip and said nothing. I just stood there, watching, feeling nothing. It was like all the pain had leaked out of me, and now I was empty. The wedding was officially over. The flowers meant nothing. The music stopped. Guests were leaving in stunned silence or filming on their phones like it was a reality show finale. Lauren was still on her knees, sobbing, holding her stomach. Jason didn't look at her. He stormed out of the church without another word. His mom followed, crying. His dad cursed under his breath. Tyler sat on a bench near the altar, wiping blood from his mouth. He looked broken. No one went to him, not even me. My mother rushed toward Lauren. "What is wrong with you? How could you do this to your sister, to this family?" Lauren shook her head, voice cracking. "I didn't mean for it to happen. I didn't plan it." My father stood frozen. "You've disgraced us." He turned and walked away. That moment hit Lauren harder than anything I could have said. I walked out calmly. No yelling, no drama. I had already set fire to the house. Watching it burn didn't require more effort. Outside, Jason was standing by the parking lot staring at the ground. I walked up to him. I'm sorry, I said. He nodded. I'm sorry too. I should have seen it. Something always felt off. I looked him in the eyes. You didn't deserve that. You were just collateral damage. He gave me a weak smile. Guess we both were. We shook hands. That was it. Two strangers connected by betrayal. That night, back at home, Tyler tried to talk. Please, just let me explain. I laughed. Explain how you destroyed our marriage for a one-night stand? Or was it more than that? Did you love her too? He looked down. It wasn't supposed to happen. I was drunk. She was vulnerable. I thought it was just once. But it wasn't just once, I interrupted. Was it? He didn't answer. That was answer enough. And the baby? I asked. She says it's mine. I stared at him like he was a stranger. Then I did something I'd never thought I'd do. I want a divorce, and I want you out of this house tonight. He begged, cried, got on his knees. I didn't care. That man wasn't my husband anymore. He was a memory I was burning. Tyler left that night. He packed 2 duffel bags, didn't say a word, and slammed the door behind him. I watched from the kitchen window as he got into his car and drove off into the darkness. And just like that, my marriage was over. Lauren? She tried to reach out a few times. One message read, I didn't mean to fall for him. I didn't plan this. Please, just talk to me. You're my sister. I blocked her. She didn't deserve to be called that anymore. What she did wasn't a mistake. It was a choice. A series of selfish, disgusting choices. Jason went completely silent on social media, deleted everything. Friends said he moved out of town. No one blamed him. He lost his fiancée and his dignity in front of 200 people. And still, he was the only one I didn't hate. A month passed. The drama faded from people's tongues, but the scars stayed. My mom still refused to talk about it. My dad kept asking me if I was okay, even though I wasn't. Not really. I started therapy, because the truth is, it wasn't just about the cheating. It was about the gaslighting, the lies. The nights I stayed awake thinking I was crazy. I wasn't crazy. I was being betrayed right in front of my eyes, by 2 people I trusted most in this world. Tyler ended up denying the baby was his. He demanded a paternity test. It was his. He moved in with Lauren after that. I don't know if they're still together. I blocked them both everywhere, but sometimes, late at night, I wonder if they're happy, if they ever talk about what they did, if they ever think about me. I hope they do, because I survived. I rebuilt my life from the ashes they left me in. I started writing, traveling, meeting new people, not to run away from the pain, but to remind myself that life moves on, even after your world crashes. 1 year later, on the exact day of the ruined wedding, I posted this. To anyone who's ever been betrayed, I promise this isn't the end. It's the beginning of freedom, of self-respect, of peace. And guess what? It got shared over 50,000 times. Hey Reddit fam, if this story hit hard, like, comment, and subscribe for more jaw-dropping real stories like this. We post every day, and trust me, it only gets crazier from here. See you in the next one.